Before his arrest, disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was famous for holding his annual 4th of July party in the Hamptons.
Big news! Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, and Steve Harvey are rumored to be planning their escape from the country after getting hit with subpoenas to testify against Diddy in his upcoming trial. What kind of dirt does Diddy have on these celebs that they'd rather disappear than spill the truth in court?
Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with their daughters.
A lot of people allowed it to go on, said nothing, didn't intervene, maybe benefited from it, profited from it. All of these individuals and entities, in my view, have exposure.
The scandal just got even wilder. Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, and Steve Harvey are now facing accusations themselves. They've been named as defendants in both civil and criminal lawsuits against Diddy. These celebs are accused of being part of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, with claims of shocking behavior, including sexual misconduct involving minors. Even more jaw-dropping, reports suggest Steve Harvey and Ashton Kutcher were caught on camera in inappropriate situations with underage individuals. And here's the twist. There are rumors that Steve Harvey's daughter was romantically linked to Diddy when she was just 22, while Diddy was 50.
Diddy was dating his daughter, as well as Diddy's son was dating his daughter, and people said reports that Diddy was using her as an ATM machine.
The connection between Diddy and Steve Harvey runs deep. They've been linked since the 90s. Word on the street is that Diddy played a big part in making Steve's career what it is today, and in return, Steve has been under Diddy's control ever since. But here's where the drama gets seriously messy. Steve, who's always said he wouldn't let his daughter date anyone without his blessing, was right there with Diddy while Diddy took Lori Harvey on a date. Even worse, there are disturbing rumors swirling that Steve might have given Diddy access to his own daughter. Hollywood's dark secrets just keep unraveling, and Demi Moore's past adds a chilling layer to these shocking allegations. Reports claim that as a child, Demi's own mother allowed men to sleep with her for just $500. Now, disturbing accusations suggest other celebrities may have done something just as horrifying, letting Diddy abuse their kids in exchange for career favors. Adding to the scandal, some guests at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties have gone on record, saying they brought their children to these wild events and left them alone. It's jaw-dropping and heartbreaking. It's shocking to think that Demi Moore, someone who suffered from wrongdoing as a child,
She's 15 when she comes home one night and an older man they know is in the apartment with the key. She writes, "It was rape and a devastating betrayal," revealed by the man's cruel question, "How does it feel to be whored by your mother for $500?
could end up linked to allegations of exploiting minors herself. But a resurfaced video from 1982 has everyone talking, and not in a good way.
If you think it's for the publicity, you're out of your mind.
Absolutely.
In the clip, Demi appears under the influence as she swaps spit with a young Philip Tanzini, 14 years at the time. The scandal doesn't stop there. She was married to Freddie Moore at the time. The allegations just keep piling up. Like Steve Harvey, rumors suggest Demi Moore also allowed other celebrities to take advantage of her children. This disturbing pattern seems to be a recurring theme among the stars connected to Diddy. Despite their public image as loving parents, these celebrities are accused of essentially pimping out their own kids in exchange for fame and career success. It's a chilling reminder of how widespread pedophilia is rumored to be in Hollywood. Think about it. How else could figures like Jeffrey Epstein, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, and Diddy operate unchecked for so long? And then there's Ashton Kutcher. Known for his involvement with Diddy, Kutcher has faced accusations of behaving creepily around children in several resurfaced videos. What makes this even more shocking? He was the head of an anti-sex trafficking organization. While he appeared to be a champion for protecting kids, these new revelations paint a far darker picture. One of deception and hypocrisy that's hard to ignore.
I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment.
Digging deeper into Ashton Kutcher's history with minors reveals a shocking and unsettling pattern. While starring on that 70s show, Ashton was best friends with Danny Masterson, who has since been convicted of SA. What's even more disturbing are claims that Ashton made a bet with Masterson to see if he could kiss Mila Kunis on set, 14 years at the time, a move that's raising serious eyebrows. But it doesn't stop there. At the 2003 MTV Awards, Ashton was caught on tape inviting 13-year-old Davy Chase to party with Diddy. These moments, when taken together, paint a troubling picture of behavior that's impossible to ignore. The deeper you look, the more unsettling the story becomes. In a move that stunned everyone, Ashton Kutcher defended Danny Masterson even after his 2023 essay conviction. Ashton submitted a glowing letter to the judge, vouching for Danny's character. And if that wasn't enough, he convinced his wife, Mila Kunis, to sign it too. What's truly shocking is that Mila herself had reportedly been harassed by Masterson in the past. The backlash was fierce, and Ashton and Mila were forced to issue public apologies for their support of a convicted SA.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and we're sorry.
But here's the kicker. Just 1 year later, Ashton is now standing behind yet another accused predator. The buzz around Ashton Kutcher's silence on Diddy is reaching a fever pitch, and the rumors are explosive. Sources claim Ashton isn't speaking out because he's terrified that Diddy has dirt on him, possibly on tape. With countless videos already showing Ashton at Diddy's infamous all-white parties and freak-off sessions, it's hard to believe he didn't get caught in some compromising situations. Adding fuel to the fire, Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has confirmed that Ashton and Diddy were once inseparable. Now, insiders say Ashton is staying quiet, afraid of what Diddy might expose if he testifies.
Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game, and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
It's a dangerous game, and everyone's wondering, will Ashton crack under the pressure? Demi Moore isn't the only A-lister who could be exposed once the FBI releases the shocking freak-off videos collected from Diddy's mansion. The list of celebrities caught on tape is rumored to be jaw-dropping, and the fallout could shake Hollywood to its core. Courtney Burgess, a close friend of Diddy's late ex-wife Kim Porter, has already stepped forward with even more damning evidence. Burgess handed over 8 new tapes to the FBI after being called to testify before a grand jury.
8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women. How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
With every new revelation, the pressure on Hollywood's elite is mounting, and the public is waiting to see just how deep this scandal goes. The tables are turning, and Diddy's grip on his A-list circle might finally be slipping. On a recent episode of the PBD podcast, Fox host and veteran journalist Jesse Waters revealed a bombshell. Several celebrities who once stood by Diddy are now stepping forward to testify. Why the sudden change? According to Waters, it's all about the infamous freak-off tapes. These recordings were Diddy's ultimate leverage, but with the FBI set to release them regardless, the stars involved seem to be scrambling to save themselves. Realizing the tapes are no longer a secret weapon, they've chosen to cooperate in hopes of avoiding jail time. The fallout is only just beginning, and Hollywood's elite are bracing for impact. It's about to get real for anyone linked to Diddy. Between the federal criminal case and the 36 civil lawsuits piling up against him, it looks like no one will be spared. Attorney Tony Busby, who's representing most of these cases, has made one thing clear: every single person involved in the alleged abuse will be named.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn and sore.
Busby's no-nonsense approach has Hollywood's elite on edge, knowing their connections to Diddy might be dragged into the spotlight. The industry is bracing for a bombshell, and when the names start dropping, the fallout could be devastating. This scandal is far from over. The people in Diddy's inner circle know exactly what's coming, and their silence says it all. No one wants to risk drawing attention to themselves in a case that could destroy their careers. The stakes are too high, and for now, they're lying low, hoping to avoid the spotlight. But getting them to talk won't be easy. The only way to break this wall of silence is through subpoenas and the looming threat of legal action. With the pressure mounting, it's only a matter of time before the truth starts spilling out. And when it does, Hollywood might never be the same. With the infamous freak-off tapes now in the hands of the FBI and more witnesses stepping forward, the Hollywood fallout is shaping up to be explosive. Are these celebrities running scared to avoid being exposed, or is there something even bigger at play? The truth is unraveling fast, and the drama is far from over. What do you think? Are they fleeing for cover, or is there another twist waiting to surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this next video.